Joining me now to discuss is Virginia Democratic Congresswoman Jennifer McClellan. Congressman, thank you so much for being here today. On Tuesday, Vice President Harris is expected to speak at the very same place where Trump spoke on January 6th. Some say this is a make it or break it speech. So how important is it in this moment in her campaign?
Well, every moment matters as we reach every single voter where they are between now and Election Day to really provide the stark contrast between Kamala Harris and her plan to take America in a new way forward that is focused on protecting our freedoms, on ensuring that everyone has a chance to not only get by, but get ahead in this economy, that we are lowering costs, and that we are protecting our rights and our democracy, versus Donald Trump, who is focused on himself and millionaires like him, who is focused on dividing us and stoking hatred, chaos, and division, and will implement Project 2025 in a way that the American people do not want, and has been given carte blanche to do that by a Supreme Court that says he can basically do whatever he wants.
You know, that was something that Harris touched upon when we took a live shot when she was at a church in Philadelphia. And Harris hasn't gained momentum in the polls with black voters that we can tell right now. So why are Democrats losing this key voting bloc to Republicans? What do you make of it?
Democrats actually are not losing this key voting bloc to Republicans. And I have been out traveling just this weekend in North Carolina with the Congressional Black Caucus. I've been campaigning all over the country, talking to voters where they are. And black voters are supporting Kamala Harris. She is doing well over 50%, over 80%, in some cases 90% among black voters. And because they recognize that she will have a vision that leaves no community behind, including the black community. Donald Trump says he will defund schools that teach the complete and honest history of our country, including that the country was built on the backs of slaves. And so I think people understand that whether the media wants to continue to play this narrative that black voters are turning away from Democrats and Kamala Harris, it's just simply not true based on what I'm seeing out in the field.
Well, that's why it's so important to talk to you. And I'm so glad that you brought that up because we do look at different numbers and we do follow along with the polls. But your perspective is very important, and I thank you for that. Harris is currently leading Virginia. Let's start there with 4.9 percentage points over former President Trump. And in 2020, President Biden won your state by 10 percentage points. Taking a look at the screen now, is this lead enough for Harris to take Virginia in 9 days?
She's definitely going to take Virginia in 9 days, because here's something that the polls do not show. The polls do not show the robust ground game that the Harris-Walz campaign has, meeting voters where they are in every medium, from the doors to the barbershops, as you see, to social media, to these interviews, to rallies. And there are a lot of new voters who are not captured in that in the polls, particularly the 18 to 22-year-olds, who often are underreported in the polling. But I don't see a ground game from the Trump campaign here in Virginia, and that's going to make a difference, because the only poll that matters is when the polls close on Election Day. And what motivates people to come out to vote is when you reach them where they are with a message that resonates with them, that talks about the issues they care about. We are doing that here in Virginia and all across the country. Donald Trump is at rallies where people are leaving, compared to rallies with Harris and her surrogates, where there are tens of thousands of people, not only there listening, but taking that message into their communities on a daily basis. And so Harris is going to win not only Virginia, but she's going to win on Election Day.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.